Story that repeats itself every year. Wait for the rains. When rain comes, then, of course, the mess of the waterlogging and the infrastructure in most of our cities, which is completely, usually submerged underwater, just inadequate to handle rains. And the situation in Mumbai, ladies and gentlemen, is something that you possibly would see. If I repeat these visuals, it will possibly the same visuals that you see every time. Many suburban areas in Mumbai witnessed heavy rainfall since last night. The heavy rainfall is expected to lash the city of Mumbai again. Train and airline services remain functional, but some of the bus routes were diverted amid the heavy rainfall and waterlogging. A high tide of 4.08 meters is expected at 4:26 p.m. In fact, it took place at 4:26 p.m. today. Heavy rains have been lashing Mumbai since Tuesday night, with several key stretches of the road completely inundated. Until 8:30 a.m. on Thursday, Mumbai received a total of 1,291.8 millimeters of rain since June 1st, which is about 48% in excess of the seasonal normal.
I'm in the suburban area of Sion in Mumbai, and this is a low-lying area. And since it has been raining heavily since last night, this area is completely waterlogged. And the level of water in this area is only rising. So much so to the extent now the water is rushing inside the houses of people in this area. The manhole, as we can see in this area, is out of place. Even though BMC maintained that its ground force is going to remain for alerting the people, there are going to be signboards all around, but we don't see any of that happening at this point of time.
It's just not India and Mumbai. In fact, a heavy rainfall has resulted in death of more than 90 people in Western Europe as well. There has been massive flooding after torrential rains. Streets are submerged. The situation in Germany is very, very bad.
Western Europe is reeling under flash floods, triggered by the worst rainfall the continent has seen in 100 years. Entire villages are reduced to rubble. Buildings are submerged and cars swept away as streams and streets turn into raging torrents.
2016 war hier zwar auch schon mal ein Hochwasser, aber so katastrophal wie dieses Mal. Da waren zwar auch Hubschrauber zur Rettung im Einsatz, aber die Zerstörung, die jetzt hier ist, das ist unglaublich, also furchtbar.
At least 90 people dead in Germany and thousands still missing. Hundreds of soldiers are helping the police with rescue efforts in Germany. Soldiers use tanks to clear roads and helicopters to lift those stranded on rooftops. The floods in Germany are the worst since 2001 that killed 21 people. In the Netherlands, several houses were ripped off due to the flash floods in the southern province of Limburg. The flooding has brought parts of Western Europe to a grinding halt, causing severe disruptions to public transport. Even as rescue officials look for those missing, fresh flood warnings have been issued in several parts of Europe, including France. Bureau Report, India Today.
Floods, in fact, creating havoc in Western Europe as well. With that, we're slipping into a very short break. On the other side, ladies and gentlemen, we'll shift focus to